Welcome to EnfinityCast. Picture the heart of the medieval world, Constantinople, a city of shimmering gold, marble palaces, and labyrinthine politics. Now picture in its center, guarding the emperor himself, a towering blonde-haired giant cradling a massive two-handed battle axe. This isn't fantasy. This was the Varangian Guard. I'm your host, Elias Whitlock, and joining me to unpack the story of these Vikings of the East is the brilliant Solene Vox.
It's a pleasure to be here, Elias. It's such a compelling image because it feels so out of place. But for the Byzantine emperors, it made perfect sense. The court of Constantinople was a snake pit of ambition and conspiracy. An emperor couldn't trust his own family, let alone his generals. He needed a bodyguard loyal only to the throne, and crucially, one with no ties to the local political factions.
And who better than foreigners who saw the emperor not as a man, but as a source of immense wealth and honor? These Northmen, or Rus as they were often known, had been traveling the great rivers of Eastern Europe for centuries, trading and raiding their way down to the Black Sea. They called Constantinople Miklagard, the Great City. For them, it was the center of the world.
Exactly. The formal establishment of the Guard came in 988. Emperor Basil II, known as the Bulgar Slayer, was facing a massive rebellion. He made a deal with Vladimir of Kiev, who sent him 6,000 Norse warriors in exchange for marrying Basil's own sister, a truly unprecedented offer. These 6,000 men formed the core of the Varangian Guard, and they immediately proved their worth by crushing the rebellion with terrifying efficiency.
And their reputation was built on that efficiency. The primary sources described them as the axe-bearing barbarians. Their weapon of choice was the Danish broadaxe, a fearsome tool that could cleave through a shield, a helmet, and the man wearing it in a single blow. They were known for three things: their unshakable loyalty to the payroll, their incredible ferocity in battle, and their legendary capacity for drinking.
Yes, the wine of Constantinople was certainly a draw, but their loyalty was a complex thing. They took a solemn oath to the emperor, but it was really to the office, the institution itself. This gave them a strange kind of political power. They weren't just bodyguards, they were kingmakers, or perhaps more accurately, king breakers.
There's no better example than the events of 1042. The unpopular emperor Michael V tried to banish the powerful Empress Zoe. The city erupted in a riot, and the Varangians, hearing the commotion, marched to the palace. One chronicler wrote that they saw their role as protectors of the legitimate heir. They stormed the palace, dragged the emperor from his hiding place at a church altar, and, on the order of the empress, blinded him in the public square. It's a brutal, stark reminder of where the real power in the palace truly lay.
And it attracted some of the most famous figures of the Viking Age, most notably Harold Sigurdsson, later known as Harold Hardrada, the Hard Ruler. He served in the Guard, amassed an incredible fortune, and used it to return to Norway and claim the throne. His story alone shows the outsized influence of this single mercenary unit.
So what happened to them? Like the empire they served, their end was a long, slow decline.
Indeed. After the Norman conquest of England in 1066, a wave of displaced Anglo-Saxon warriors, themselves of Germanic heritage, fled to Constantinople and joined the Guard. So over time, it became less Scandinavian and more Anglo-Saxon. But they maintained their elite status and fought for the empire to the very end, making a final heroic stand defending the city walls during the catastrophic Fourth Crusade in 1204.
An incredible story of cultural fusion and military prowess. They were a constant, fearsome presence in the world's greatest city for over 250 years, a legacy of northern steel in the heart of the Eastern Roman Empire. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining me, Solene.
My pleasure, Elias.
Join us next time on EnfinityCast as we explore another fascinating chapter of history.